Hello, everybody. My name is Liz Deerking, and that beautiful brunette to the left of me is Jenny Andrews. And we got to jump right into it because this is the craziest market I've been in a long time.
I don't know. For those of you who watch this today, we went from down 100 to now green. So it is a wild market. Um, it's nuts. It is nuts. I'm glad I got some trades on this morning, on and off already, and it's only 10 in the morning, not even 10 in the morning.
I know, it's
So
crazy.
so today we're looking at SPX, and instead of talking about the zero DTE, we're looking at a little bit longer term. What
Well,
do you
and
think?
you know what, Jenny? What I liked about what you created is you're going to kind of ladder it. It's almost more of looking at it from a portfolio standpoint instead of a trade.
Right, right. Not a one-time trade. So this week and last week, we had a handful of people who said they prefer longer duration SPX trades to zero DTEs. Now, there are tons of people who love the zero DTEs, but there are some people who prefer longer duration SPX. So here's a way to have longer duration SPX, but still have weekly premium coming in.
Well, and you know what else that we'll go through the trade, we'll go through the trade setups because it's going to be a rolling setup, but it also smooths it out a little bit because when you are laddering it like you're doing, it
Mhm.
smooths your deltas out a little bit.
Right. So here, all right, I'm going to go to first trade. And again, this is just what I picked for myself, the risk parameters I picked for myself. It would be different for other people. Like Liz, you might do something different. In our show account, we might do something different. But for me, I picked always going to go about 45 days out and sell an SPX put spread where I collect about $5 on a $20 wide.
Perfect. This sounds great. So, and just to kind of set it up, I know you talked about it a little bit earlier with me too, but you're planning on doing this every time you're going to pick closest to 45 days. And if you're going to do it on a Thursday, you're going to do it on a Thursday. So weekly, you'll be putting these in.
So, yeah, yes, I'm going to put them on every week. A $20 wide put spread in SPX for about $5. And if I put it on every week, once I get to about 5 weeks, I would think maybe even shorter, I'm going to have one coming off and one going on. I'm always going to have one coming off and one going on. And honestly, if you get a move in the market, you can get out of one really quickly and then you could put another one back on. But I want to have one on each week and maybe always five at a time. So if when one put spread comes off, I put a new one on. And when I put the new one on, I'm always going to be going about 45 days till expiration. But the older trades that I put on weeks ago could be weekly, 1 week, 2 weeks out.
I
It'll be
like it. So now this is the one that's going to go on because you're going to use these mechanics each week. What would be the profit target if say lock this price and say you're getting 580 on it?
all right, so before I locked the price, I just threw in a $20 wide. I had no mechanics of Delta. I just threw in a $20 wide and I'm going to move it until I get $5. So I'm
Okay.
going to move it as far away as I can until I get $5. And you could see I started with about 580 and I keep moving it down.
There you go.
I
I would
want to go
stop
as
there.
far as I can and still get $5.
I would stop there.
Okay, so here, the 63.85, we're trading 65.75. So we're about 200 points down, 190 points down. $20 one.
The funny thing is the deltas didn't move that much. You're still 33, 32 delta. This isn't this is a low delta. $20 wide and a $6,577 product is not that big, right? It isn't. That's why it's a 33
No.
delta, 32 delta.
So, but if I throw this spread in $2,020 wide, which is about $1,500 in risk to take 500 in. I'll put
Yeah.
this in and then put a GTC in to take 50% out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of an interesting trade, but from kind of adding to it, I think this is more, a lot of times we'll look at options trades that we're going to trade and then it's going to come off and we'll look at something else. This is something that you kind of can look at the market and say, this is SPX is the S&P 500, right? It's the S&P 500. If you want to get in, you're kind of laddering. It's almost using, and I hate to do this, but dollar cost averaging your way in as well, right? Because you're laddering it in and you're not going to be at these strikes. What Jenny's saying is she's not going to open it up next week and go to the 63.85, 63.65. She's going to open it up and say, where can I get $5 on a $20 wide? It might be closer to the at the monies. It might be farther from the at the monies, depending on where the volatility is.
Right. And I'm not gonna try to time the market. I'm not gonna say every week, oh, I'm gonna wait for the market to be down 0.5% before I put this put spread on. I'm going to say I'll do this on Today's a Thursday. I'm gonna put one on today. Today's a Thursday, and then next Thursday I'll put a new one on, and the following Thursday I'll put another one on. I can't time the market or watch it every day and get in at a certain percent. If someone wants to do that, sure. This is not what I'm doing is not a trade recommendation.
No, nothing we do on here is a trade recommendation. This can be sized up or sized down, depending. If you wanted to go to SPY and do something like this, you can. If you want to make it a $5 wide, you can. In these markets, with this liquidity in this product, it's a choose your own adventure. If you want to size it up, size it down, however you want to do it, it is all out there for anybody to be able to do.
And when our research team does studies and back test trades, they will put these trades on, they'll be putting these trades on every day. When you're back testing, you could say, put this trade on every day and take it off at 50%. And these are the results. Well, I don't want to put the capital into having a trade like this on every day, but I don't mind putting one on each week. So at any given time, I might have 5 on. So you figure if I've got $1,500 in risk, 3, 6, 7,500. I'd never have more than $7,500 in risk if I have 5 on. And that would be over the course of 5 weeks.
Okay, and just to ask, and this can be a moving target, and then we'll wrap this segment up. What is your price? What are you going to put a GTC good till cancel close in to take profits on each of these? I'm going to assume you're not leaving them to take full profit.
No, 50%. 50%.
Okay.
So, and I guess here's the question. Say I put this put spread in. Like if I put this in this morning and I put 50%, it might already be up.
It'd be gone. I think you almost have to mechanically say, the next week I'm putting it in. The next week I'm putting it in. I don't know that I would jump back into.
I wouldn't put it back on today. Right. I wouldn't, if I got in and out in like a day, I would just stick to I'm going to put this trade on every X day of the week and have this going every week. And it's a way for the people who want a more durational SPX trade, who aren't a 0-day trader, to have that short-term activity going on.
And it's right. And with the, we had the down move this morning. And if you're looking at something like this, it's a way to take advantage of it and still give yourself a little room to be wrong. So I like it, Jenny.
All right, Liz, thanks. So that's my trade of the day. If you liked this and you'd like more trade ideas, you could find us on tastylive.com. We're on every day from 10 to 11 Central Time, or on the Tasty Live YouTube channel.
You can jump in and join the chat. Thanks for watching. And remember to trade small, trade often.
Like, subscribe, and share with your friends.